Well folks, welcome back to another episode, and in this episode we're going to cover off all things local in our marketplace for October. And it's less than 90 days to Christmas. We now hit the spring selling season. Let's get down to the facts. Well folks, as I've been saying for many months now, the market is heavily undersupplied of properties for sale. Right now the data is suggesting that our local marketplace is 21.9% down on for sale supply in comparison to that 12 months ago, which is unprecedented given that our for sale supply fluctuates generally in a normal market between 5 to 7%. And this is what is insulating the strength of our local marketplace at present. Now, having a look at the March to September 2020 property growth locally, we're still in the positive at 0.7%. Over the last quarter, our growth has been modest at 0.1%, and year on year, we're sitting at 2.7% positive property growth. And with the average annual growth hovering at 1.3% over the past decade, really just supports the strength of the local market here in South Australia as being quite buoyant and reasonably consistent with modest to low risk. So at the moment in the local marketplace, folks, we're not seeing any real genuine and true signs of mortgage distress sales. However, now that we've reached October, that is the 6-month holiday mortgage period that many borrowers may have taken at the commencement of the COVID-19 pandemic. So the fiscal challenge from this month forward will be a real test in the marketplace as to how those people make good on the mortgage holiday period that they've potentially taken over the last 6 months. Now, whilst the market has been 21.9% down on for sale supply, no question about it, local migration has come to an absolute standstill. Now, another real important turning point will be the federal budget announcement on the 6th of October. And it's proposed during this announcement that we're going to see some policies introduced to help underpin the blue chip economy, which is the Australian housing market. Now, as we know, ladies and gentlemen, residential real estate proudly contributes towards $6.7 trillion in value to the local Australian economy, with superannuation contributing towards $2.7 trillion and Australian listed stocks at $1.8 trillion. Commercial real estate modestly at $964 billion in total value to the Australian economy. So as the saying always goes, the Australian residential property market will always be the blue chip economy to the Australian economy. Now, the other thing we have to be very mindful of as we transition into 2021 is a real positive change that the federal government has announced off the back of responsible lending laws introduced from the onset of the GFC market. These laws were imposed on banks and lenders around responsible lending, and coming into play from March 2021 will allow more freedom and flexibility for lenders and banks to allow more credit to freely flow into our economy. Okay folks, moving right on over to our feature sold property for the month, and that is number 77 Jacaranda Drive in Craigmore. This property was on the market for a short 3-week campaign. We went Facebook Live to our buyer following first. We attracted over 10,000 views through our social media platforms. Of that, we engaged 7,369 local active buyers. 19 groups came through and actually viewed the property. We received one offer being a cash unconditional offer, nice clean contract. And I'm pleased to announce that we had a 0% on the vendor discounting and the eventual sold price of $359,000. So a nice seamless service experience. And buyers, I can't reiterate this more. If you want to see properties firsthand, make sure you get onto my social media. Give us a like at Chris Jansen, EXP Australia on Facebook, because I'm releasing properties there first for you to have first right and opportunity to see homes. So folks, as always, thanks for joining me on another local episode of What's Happening in Your Marketplace. I'm Chris Jansen from EXP Australia, and until the next episode, it's bye for now.